What's up, everyone? Good evening and happy Easter. Blitzball Champ is back with a new video here on the U to the Tube. So, this video will pretty much be my review of Stardom's Yokohama Dream Cinderella that I just finished watching not too long ago. Um, but yeah, let's jump right into this because this was a pretty interesting show. But I did order and watch the pay-per-view, and I'll say this for the post-match comments. Um, Aside from B Priestley's post-match comments, everything else was in Japanese, no subtitles. So hopefully, once they have everything uploaded on Stardom World, I'll go back and look at those again to see what everybody said. But anyway, let's get right into this. So there were three matches that took place that were outside of the four main advertised ones. So we ended up having a total of six matches for this show. First off, had ourselves a three-way. We had Queen's Quest Azumi versus Queen's Quest Hina versus Lady C. Um, Got to give props and a shout out to Lady C for spotting the new ring gear. She usually wears white, but for this show she wore black. So thought that was pretty cool. Um, pretty decent opening match. What I thought was kind of weird though was there was a segment where Hina, or excuse me, actually Lady C was covering Hina when Azumi went up to the top rope to do the diving double foot stomp and going for the cover. I was kind of surprised with the way that Lady C was kind of draped over Hina. I would have thought with Hina's shoulders being down, the ref would have made the count. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it looked like with the way that those two ladies were positioned, one was covering the other like for a pin because the other person's shoulders was down, and referee never made a count. So I thought that was kind of weird and interesting. But Hina got the upset victory. And it's pretty interesting considering that if y'all remember at the recent All Star Dream Cinderella in the All Star Rumble, Unagi Sayaka ended up winning that. Big upset, ended up winning that 30 women uh, Royal Rumble style match. And then in this opening match, Hina gets a big upset over Lady C and Azumi, which, I mean, going into this, Azumi's usually would be the favorite to win. But nah, Hina got the victory. Fair and square. Didn't cheat or anything. Hina got the victory. So, gotta give props to Hina of Queen's Quest. She just recently returned to action. So, this was big for her to return and get a big victory like this on a pay-per-view. So, congrats to Hina on a big win in this three-way, this triple threat. Next up, we had a singles match between Momo Watanabe from Queen's Quest and Mina Shirakawa, one third of the Artists of Stardom trios champs of Cosmic Angels. Now, I'll say this. Even though Momo Watanabe got the victory via Tequila Sunrise, I have to say, to this day, now I really haven't seen Mina Shirakawa wrestle outside of Stardom. So I don't know a whole lot about her past wrestling experience outside of Stardom. But I have to say, this has to be one of my favorite matches of Mina Shirakawa. And I honestly think this is one of her best matches. I mean, she was hitting Momo with everything. I mean, it seemed like throughout most of the match, Mina Shirakawa was dominating. I mean, she was hitting Momo with everything, move after move, even submissions here and there. Had a nice little leg grapevine variation submission. Like, Mina Shirakawa was rolling. And honestly, I feel like this is like the most offense I've really ever seen from her in a match. So honestly, I mean, it really it really could have gone either way. But I can understand why Momo won this match cuz like I said, Momo really hasn't been on a roll lately, and getting a victory like this at a pay-per-view, I hope does eventually usher into Momo building up some momentum because I mean, she's had a few title shots here and there, but really she's been kind of, she'll get a victory or two and then she'll get loss, loss, loss. Victory, then loss, loss, loss. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing that I've been noticing about Momo Watanabe. And she's the leader. She's the current leader of Queen's Quest. So it's kind of a big deal. But yeah, gotta give props to Mina Shirakawa. I have to say this is probably one of her best matches that I've ever seen of her. Despite losing, one of her best matches. And like I said, I still feel like I think Momo could be potentially a sleeper to win the upcoming Cinderella tournament. That would really, really set her back in place of what we're, as Stardom fans, really used to seeing out of Momo Watanabe. So we'll see what happens, but Momo Watanabe with the victory over Mina Shirakawa. And then we had Cosmic Angels, Unagi Sayaka, one third of the Artists of Stardom Trios champs, going up against Queen's Quest, Saya Kamitani. Um, yeah, I thought it was interesting. Lately, it seems like Unagi Sayaka has been kind of showing an aggressive side to start off matches. Just with the attacking before the bell or before intros finish and stuff like that. It seems like Unagi Sayaka's been kind of showing more aggression lately, and this was definitely nothing different. Um, but ultimately, it led to Saya Kamitani picking up the victory via the Star Crusher. But this was a great match. Two future stars, which of course, I mean, Saya Kamitani did kind of have the advantage, but definitely don't sleep on Unaki Sayaka. I think more and more uh, she'll get better. More and more, I think she'll get better. Will she really be a threat? Not anytime soon. But like I said, don't sleep on her. She had her biggest victory by winning the All Star Rumble back at All Star Dream Cinderella. So I mean, we'll see where it kind of goes from here. But yeah, Saya Kamitani picked up the victory over Unagi Sayaka. Pretty decent match. Two young stars. Pretty decent match. Okay, going into the main four matches, the pretty much the main card. We started off with the 5-on-5 elimination match, Stars versus Oedo Tai, where the last member to be eliminated would have to join the other faction. So you had Stars' Mayu Iwatani, Hanan, Goki Ken Death, Starlight Kid, and Saya Ida against Oedo Tai's Rina, Natsuko Tora, Saki Kashima, Konami, and Ruoka. Um, Definitely this was quite a match. This was definitely quite a match, And the outcome, I have to say, was not really, well, I agree, it definitely wasn't expected, but in a way, it was a little bit of a letdown. So here's the order that everything went in. So first elimination was Ruoka eliminating Saya Ida. So Saya Ida was the first one of Stars to be eliminated. Then, hold on, I got my notes here. So Ruoka eliminated Saya Ida first. Then Hanan eliminates Ruoka. So then Stars eliminates Oedo Tai. So Hanan makes Ruoka tap out. So it's down to 4-on-4. Then Konami eliminated Hanan. So Oedo Tai with the 4-on-3 advantage. Then Starlight Kid eliminates Rina. So we got ourselves a 3-on-3. Then Natsuko Tora and Starlight Kid both actually got eliminated together. They were both went over the top rope and got eliminated at the same time. So that made it go down to 2-on-2. Or no, excuse me. No, 2-on-2. I'm sorry. Yeah, 2-on-2. Then Mayu Iwatani eliminated Konami, which gave the Stars a 2-on-1 advantage, meaning that Saki Kashima was the last one remaining of Oedo Tai, meaning that if she were to get eliminated, she would have to join Stars, which she originally used to be on Stars, but turned on Mayu and joined Oedo Tai. Okay, so it was a 2-on-1 advantage for Stars. Mayu Iwatani and Goki Ken Death versus Saki Kashima. Saki Kashima then eliminates Mayu Iwatani, which of course she had help from the members of Oedo Tai that were still out there, which, doesn't surprise me. Nobody went to the back. Saki Kashima got the Kish Kasai on Mayu Iwatani, and it came down to the last two members, Goki Ken Death and Saki Kashima. Not really what I was expecting, but ultimately, Saki Kashima gets the final pin, eliminating the final member, Goki Ken Death. Oedo Tai wins this match, and Goki Ken Death is forced to join Oedo Tai. And then apparently there was some post-match comments. I don't know what they said, but in reading the update on Twitter, apparently now going forward, Gokiken Death will now be called Fukiken Death, which apparently is supposed to mean like terrible, pitiful, embarrassing. Something like that. But I gotta be honest, Gokiken Death looked pretty pitiful after the match. But so Gokiken Death has to join Oedo Tai. Not really what I expected. I mean, I was kind of thinking that it would come down to maybe Mayu as the last one, because it came close. It came close, and then when I saw that it got to the last person on Oedo Tai being Saki Kashima, that's when I kind of figured, okay, Oedo Tai is probably going to win because I don't see Saki losing and then going back to Stars. That wouldn't make sense to me. So I'm not too surprised that Oedo Tai won this match, but I was surprised at who the member would be to join Oedo Tai, which is Gokiken Death. Not who I was thinking. I was hoping for somebody, to make a little bit more of an impact. But this is interesting. So Def Yamasan goes from Def Yamasan to Gokiken Death, and now she would go from Gokiken Death to Fukiken Death. Yeah. So expect to see her part of Oedo Tai going forward. But yeah, not what I expected, but hey, it is what it is. Next up, we had the Wonder of Stardom Championship match. The champion Tam Nakano defends against the High Speed champion uh, Natsupoi, which oh, also forgot to give a shout out to Saya Kamitani. She had on new gear as well. Kind of had some more of the green and gold uh, ring gear. Um, Natsupoi came out wearing the pink pirate princess gear that Kairi Sane, aka Kairi Hojo, usually wears. You know, she's known for wearing that gear. She's worn that gear in Stardom and WWE, and yeah, Natsupoi comes out rocking Kairi Sane ring gear. I was like, wow, didn't really see that coming, but yeah, um, had the gear on and inspired uh by Kairi Sane. So I'm sure Kairi Sane, aka Kairi Hojo, gave her that blessing to do that. So yeah, Natsupoi rocking pirate princess gear. But this was a pretty good match. I found it funny that both ladies got an opportunity to taunt each other. You know, Natsupoi was taunting Tam Nakano, kept smacking her a whole bunch. Tam Nakano poured water on Natsupoi's hair and kept taunting her. So both ladies had a chance to really taunt each other, and I really felt like the match itself really told a good story. And you know, like I said, it was back and forth. Um, Natsupoi had quite a lot of momentum, but ultimately, Tam Nakano did get the victory. Not sure what the post match comments were, but a good successful defense from Tam Nakano, and you know, I gotta give Natsupoi a lot of credit. You know, she showed a lot of toughness, and with the performance she put on, definitely made her look like a threat. And I have no doubt that you know she'll be a dominant high speed champ, even though she didn't win the white belt. Keep your eyes out for Natsupoi. She's definitely looking stronger and getting better, and she's looking very worthy to be carrying that high speed title. Next, we had the World of Stardom Championship, which was the champion Utami Hayashishita defending against Oedo Tai's B. Presley. Um, this was an excellent match. Definitely shows why B is a threat and a former World of Stardom champion. But I gotta give Utami a lot of credit. Her toughness and her resilience. I mean, she was kicking out of everything from the Regalplex to the multiple B triggers to hitting a Queen's Landing. She was kicking out of everything. So definitely Utami looked really strong and eventually was able to get the victory over B, hitting the BT bomb. Got to give B credit for kicking out of the torture rat bomb. But these ladies tore the house down. This definitely should have been the main event if they weren't going to make that 5-on-5 elimination match the main event. This definitely should have been the main event. But afterwards was a very surprising segment. Just ignore the phone. But after the match was a very surprising moment. So B acknowledged, which Momo Watanabe was on commentary. B called Momo down. She acknowledged Utami is very strong, and apologized to Momo for all the times that she told Momo Watanabe she sucks, and that she calls Momo her friend. Her friend. B started crying. She announced how much she loved Momo, how much she loves Utami, how much she loves Stardom and all the ladies. And she announced that this was her last match in Stardom. Thank you, Japan. Thank you, Stardom. Thank you, Japan. So, wow, this is B. Presley's last match in Stardom, which is kind of interesting because last time I checked, she was announced for the Cinderella tournament. Last time I checked, but yeah, she was announced for the Cinderella tournament. Let me see if I can pull that back up. Yeah, she was in the graphic and was announced for the Cinderella tournament, but I guess that's not going to happen. So, yeah, she announced that this was her last match in Stardom. Uh, and after seeing that, which apparently there was also a backstage segment showing Utami and B hugging each other, which, B did hug both Utami and Momo in the ring. But now that I think about it, maybe it kind of makes sense now that Goki Kendeath went to Oedo Tai. Because, I mean, if B is gone, she's not part of Oedo Tai anymore if she's going to be leaving Stardom, leaving Japan. So I guess that kind of makes sense in a way why Goki Kendeath ended up joining Oedo Tai. So they gained a member and now lost a member in B. Presley. So, gotta give props to B. Presley. She's had quite a great career in Stardom. I mean, let's see. Well, she was a Goddess of Stardom champion. She was a SWA champion. She was a World of Stardom champion. And I think she was also an Artist of Stardom champion as well. Yeah. I think she was also. Hold on, let me check that. Let me check that. Yeah, she was an Artist of Stardom champ. Yeah, sure was. Artist of Stardom champion, Goddess of Stardom champion, SWA champion, and World of Stardom champion. So yeah, she's had quite a resume in Stardom. So definitely, congratulations to B. Presley, and we'll see what's next for her. I mean, rumor has it supposedly she's been in communication with AEW, supposedly maybe an AEW return, or who knows, maybe she'll go back to England. Maybe WWE might scoop her up for NXT UK. Who knows? But we'll have to keep an eye out to see what happens with B. Presley going forward. And then the main event, we have the Goddess of Stardom tag titles on the line as we have a Donna Del Mundo faction showdown. We have the champs, Micah and Himeka, defending against Julia and the SWA champion, Shuri. This was definitely a hard hitting match between both teams. Really were hitting each other with everything. Got to give props to Micah. I really liked her gear. She has really cool ring gear for this match. Julia had some new gear as well as Shuri. So those two are rocking some new gear. But very hard hitting, very much back and forth, but ultimately, uh, Shuri got the pin on Micah, and we have new Goddess of Stardom tag team champions. I enjoyed the match. I have to be honest, and y'all know I love Shuri. I love Shuri. But I was kind of disappointed in the outcome. I really, really was thinking that Micah and Himeka were going to retain because I really wanted to see them have a dominant Goddess of Stardom tag title run. But just like that, Julia has a championship again. She's a tag champion. And I just think it's kind of ridiculous. You know, it wasn't that long ago that she lost the white belt. And now, just like that, at the next big show, she gets another title. And I just don't agree with it. I really don't. But yeah, I really don't agree with it. The only thing that I caught from the post match is it's looking like Shuri wants a shot at Utami Hayashishita's red belt. So that could potentially be Utami's next title defense, which, if y'all thought B was a threat, Shuri will definitely be a bigger threat to Utami's title. But but yeah. Um then Donna Del Mundo kind of got together, they celebrated, and looks like everything is cool. I know it kind of seemed like there was potentially some dissension, but after this match, you know, the ladies are cool. They celebrated together. It's great. But I just really feel for Micah and Himeka. I really was hoping they would retain because I wanted to see them as a strong team. So, but there you have it. That's Yokohama Dream Cinderella. Uh, it was a pretty good show. I can't say that it was better than the recent All Star Dream Cinderella, to be honest. But it was still a pretty solid show. It was still a pretty solid show. Um, I just can't say there was really any like shock factor to a lot of the booking, but it was still a pretty solid show. So it is what it is. But anyway, what were y'all's thoughts? What did y'all think of the card? What did y'all think of the matches? What did y'all think of the outcomes? B Presley, where do you think she's going to end up going from here now that she just had her last match at Stardom? Where do you think she's going to go? How do y'all feel about Goki Kendef being the newest member of Oedo Um, Let me know what y'all's thoughts are. Like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thank you so much for watching. This is Blitzball champ Jason Ingram signing off. Happy Easter once again. Hope everybody has a blessed week. See y'all soon.